Welcome back to Read and Roam. I'm your host, Kaylin, and I'm in my car, so that probably means one thing. We're doing a little free library tour today. Today we're hopping in my car and we are going to discover possibly a fifth. It is definitely a mystery if the fifth one is actually a little free library or not. I was just driving by the other day and I was like, oh, that looks like a little free library. So we're going to find that out. And also, since it is September and it's spooky season, we are going to be trying to find spooky books in the little free libraries today. So hopefully I can bring home some spooky fun reads for the fall time. So I also have one book that I plan on giving away to the little free libraries. I poor planned on this part. I only have one book in my car, and that is Cooking with Love. Not really the spooky theme and vibe that we're going for, but this book needs to find a new home. So hopefully someone will love it and enjoy Cooking with Love. So let's go get some coffee and head out on the road. We have made it to our first stop at this little free library, and it looks like there are more adult books than children's books since the last time I've been here. And so we do have a couple of spooky reads up in here that I'm going to point out. E. Lockhart, We Were Liars. This is more of like a YA thriller, and apparently it has this massive plot twist. I had it at one point, but I definitely unhauled it. I don't think I'm going to be picking it up again. We have another thriller of Think Twice by Harlan Coben. Another spooky looking book, High Treason. I think this is my favorite out of this stop. It's called Wicked Autumn by G.M. Mallet. It looks like a fun, spooky read in a spooky small town. Apparently it is a superb novel and a wonderful read. Further on down, that looks like a spooky book, Below the Surface, Some Mary Higgins Clark. This book called The Black Box is a murder that just got a whole lot easier. Okay, definitely spooky thriller vibes. And then we have James Patterson, Run for Your Life. Oh, fun. Up at the top, we have another one, Never Let You Go by Trevi Stevens. This is a fast-paced thriller with a surprise twist. Further on down in the kids section, it's just a lot of little kids books. This book, though, A Story for a Small Bear, looks so adorable and definitely given the fall vibes with the bears and the leaves falling. And here are a couple of the other books. We have Highlights magazines. I don't know if you remember them from when you were little, but I do. Hello! Sorry! So I just had a little free library first. I was sitting here looking through the children's section, and lo and behold, someone came to actually drop off some books. So the books they just dropped off was the Alpha Block, this big, thick children's book, and then we have Chicka Chicka ABC. So check that off for my first, a Kaylin first, is that I've never been at a little free library and someone else shows up and actually drops off books. So that was a fun experience, and yeah, no, that's kind of it for this little free library. I didn't find anything, but there are definitely some spooky books, some thrilling, some murderous books in this little free library. Okay, we are at our second stop, and this is the little free library that may be a little free library, but may not be. Here is the angle that I drove by the other day, and I was like, is that a little free library or not? It looks like it, but you can't see it because the front is facing the opposite way. So let's go check it out and see if it's actually a little free library. And for the moment of truth, it is indeed a little free library. So let's check it out. Okay, so there's not much in this little free library, but we do have Death of a Green-Eyed Monster. Dun, 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 dun. We have The Mysterious West, and also one of my favorites, Legend by Marie Lu. Woo. I absolutely loved and enjoyed this trilogy, and I still have yet to read, I think it's the prequel book to the series. But this was such a fun read when I read it, and 10 out of 10 would recommend this one. We also have Where She Went. I used to own that, but I unhauled it, and 'tis the season. Ugh. To not be jolly. It's spooky season.
Be spooky.
Other than that, I don't see anything that I need out of this little free library, but I'm so glad to know that it actually exists. It's not on the map, but it is here. Find of the day.
Editing Kaylin here. Unfortunately, my mic was shut off during this little free library stop. So now you get this little voiceover and review of the little free library. So I showed up to this little free library. I've actually never been to this one before. I've driven past it a few times, but never actually stopped. So when stopping here, I didn't realize there were 3 completely full shelves of books. So that was fun and exciting to see when I opened them up. However, there were so many books, it was hard to maneuver and find the spooky books in this little free library. I did find some spooky things such as spiders and cobwebs. So in this next clip, I decided to take some time because there was a bunch of books scattered around the little free library, and I wanted to make sure that they had a nice, safe home in case it were to rain. I do not want those books getting hurt. But yeah, overall, this little free library stop had some spooky elements such as the spiders and the cobwebs in it, but I just really couldn't find any spooky books, and I didn't pick up anything as well. So time to move on to the next stop.
Okay, we're at our next little free library stop. The last time I was at this stop, they had a bunch of Junie B. Jones books. So I'm dropping off the Cooking with Love cookbook. They can have that in there. Hopefully we find some spooky books. I really want to take home a spooky book today. So I have a feeling maybe this one is going to be good, maybe not. Let's find out. I think I was being a little too optimistic because there is nothing in here. The only thing that I would pick up maybe would be this book, Wings of Fire, the graphic novel, Dragons. Not necessarily spooky, but like I love me a good little middle grade graphic novel. However, this is book 4 in the series, so I'm just gonna put that back so someone else can enjoy that. Otherwise, the only other book that I recognize out of here is H2O by Virginia Bergen. I used to own, I think, an ARC or a paperback copy of this, and I never read it. But I love the hardback because they have this burn effect going on. So I'm digging that. But I'm not going to pick it up since I've already owned it and already unhauled it at one point in my life. Other than that, the only other spooky book would maybe be the James Patterson book, which does kind of have fall colors on it. Ooh, The Boxcar Children. I didn't realize there were 57 books in this series though, so that's new to me. Otherwise, unfortunately, no spooky books in this little free library. We have officially arrived at our last destination for the last little free library of today's video. If I don't find a spooky book, then I guess I'll have to like go on another little free library tour to find more spooky books until I find something that I can take home. Let's head to our last stop and let's see if they have any spooky books. Okay, so it looks like this little free library has a bunch of older reads. We got some Nicholas Sparks in there. I am actually going to take a book. It is not a spooky book, but I see that we have The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up by Marie Kondo. That was like a huge thing for a while. I don't know how many years ago, but now that I found the book, I think I'm going to pick this up. Yeah, other than that, it's Nicholas Sparks, so a lot of romance, a lot of older books. I don't know, maybe this book could be spooky. We have The Accidental Tourist by Ann Tyler. Like, the title is giving off spooky vibes. You can tell that the books in this little free library have been here for a while, especially the ones in the back, because all the spines and the covers are faded from the sun. And that is a wrap for this little free library tour. I'm glad I got to revisit some little free libraries that I've been to before. I've also discovered the mysterious little free library that is actually a little free library. And then also visit some new little free libraries I've never been to before. We did find some spooky, thrilling, and mystery books. However, I didn't get any of those, but I did walk away with Marie Kondo's life-changing magic of tidying up. So I guess that's a win. Not spooky, but at least I got a book. And I also donated a book to the little free library as well. Let me know in the comment section down below if you want to see me do another "Can I find a spooky read in these little free libraries?" I think I should do another video. Let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you next time for a new bookish video.